Michael talked about your time capsule. I'm living my time capsule of what it was like when I was a kid. My father gave me the challenge to save up enough money to pay for a flight ticket to Hawaii so I could spend the summer vacation with my brothers that were stationed there in the military. So I was able to get my lawnmower out, go down the street, start up a little gardening service, and long story short, I saved up my own money, and I was able to purchase my own airline ticket to Hawaii. At that time in the San Fernando Valley, where I'm running to represent, as you all know, there was 4 car manufacturers there. There was 4 major tire manufacturers there: Rocketdyne, Teledyne, Raytheon, Price Pfister. So many large corporations. The San Fernando Valley was actually a mecca for the aviation industry, for the aerospace industry, for manufacturing. Right now, the San Fernando Valley is pretty much known for pornography and the Budweiser plant. And he will realize that the economy of the valley has gone downhill when the Budweiser plant closes shop. So we're living our time capsule right now of the destruction of what Democrats have actually done to the San Fernando Valley and the state of California. The state of California is 48th in education. The state of California used to be 4th in the world's largest economy. Now we're 9th. The state of California used to be an agricultural industry, except for Brad Sherman and Howard Berman both voted to put the smelt fish on the endangered species list and shut off the water. 40% unemployment in the Central Valley. In the San Fernando Valley, we have 17% unemployment. We had 80,000 home foreclosures last year. 1 out of every 3 mom and pop stores are closing down. We're living our time capsule. So you ask the question, everybody's got to ask that question. If not now, when? If not you, who? When do we stand up and tell this ruling class we're done? We've had enough. We want to stand up on our own 2 feet. We want to direct this country in the direction it needs to go back into, which is the individual freedoms, the individual rights, state sovereignty rights, and the federal government does the limited things that it was set out to do in the beginning. Right now, I can sit here and give a litany of things that Brad Sherman and Howard Berman have both done to show desperation. But some of them, without any kind of rebuke from the Republican Party. Howard Berman is claiming endorsements from Mike Antonovich. He doesn't have it. He claims an endorsement from Don Knabe, the other county supervisor. He doesn't have it. We confirm that. He's claiming Richard Bond, the former RNC chair of the Republican Party. We don't know if he doesn't have it. We haven't gotten confirmation yet. But yet Republicans are following in line, saying, oh, if the Republican Party is for these candidates, maybe we should be. Even Bert Bachman at Galpin Ford endorsed Howard Berman. Brad Sherman's been in office for 10 years. What has he brought back to the one main and most important facility in his district, the Sepulveda VA? We went to war in 2001. He's had 9 years to bring money back, but yet he brags about bringing money back for the expansion of the 405 freeway. He brags about bringing money back for the Santa Monica Mountains. He brags about bringing money back for small clinics in the valley. Our military is what gives us the right to freedom. Our military is what actually supports and backs up our documents everybody loves to claim and espouse. Declaration of Independence, our Constitution. They're just pieces of paper without our volunteer military going out there and defending freedom wherever it's attacked. Not just here in the United States, but here in the United States it's being attacked from within. It's called our lethargic voting patterns. It's called the Democrats that have turned into socialists. It's a progressive party. The Democrats, if you go into their meetings in the San Fernando Valley, you'll hear them say flat out, progressive Democrats are socialists. I don't live in a socialist country. I live in a free country. And Michael is hitting it right on the nail. This election is about freedom. This country is in trouble. This country and the Democrats and Barney Frank coming right out and saying, look, everything we do is unconstitutional. When asked, why do you do it? Because you allow us. It's time. It's time to stand up and stop it. These are the reasons, some of the fundamental reasons why I'm running for Congress. I've watched these two, Howard Berman and Brad Sherman, constantly lie, and constantly lie. And I'm in amongst a room of friends, so I can use the word lie, but you use the word lie outside of this room and you'll get attacked. They misrepresent the facts. Some of you have been to the debates, and I've held up Mike Antonivich's letter that states that Howard Berman does not have his endorsement. Howard Berman is still running around passing out literature with Mike Antonivich's endorsement, Don Knabe's endorsement. He does not have them. And yet the press, they're just as culpable to the problem. If money was the only thing that was important in a campaign, who would be sitting in the governor's office right now? It wouldn't be Jerry Brown, Meg Whitman. I personally want, and I think every one of you want, a congressman who cares about the people of his district more than his job in doing the right thing for the district. All of the stats that I brought out about the district, the home foreclosures, the unemployment rate, the corporations that have left the San Fernando Valley, the dismal business atmosphere that we have in the San Fernando Valley. Both of these incumbents have a 97% party line voting record. They need to be sent home. They need to be sent home in June. One of them gets to go home in June, and the other one go home in November. And I would be proud to have your support, your endorsements. I have your money. But I would like for all of you to actually pick up arms and start spreading the word. All of you have email lists. All of you have phones. All of you have the capacity to get the word out. And this is how it works. Because I have grandchildren. I have 7 grandchildren. I grew up in a family of 11. I have 3 adult children and 7 grandchildren. I'm terrified what this country is going to look like by the time they hit 20 years old. You know, Howard claims that the movie industry is booming. And actually, I was sent a tape by Brad Sherman's office, them mimicking, basically, a question was asked of Howard, and I said the film industry is somewhat done in LA. And they said I was out of touch. You know, Jonathan, the film industry is somewhat done in Los Angeles. I know it. I'm in the industry heavily. My family's in the industry heavily. And especially with new technology, you don't have to film it here. With digital age, you don't have to film it. Everything can be transferred around by computer. The film industry is in serious trouble, and these 2 congressmen, both Sherman and Berman, are only kowtowing to them by giving them tax credits. But it's still not going to keep the industry here. Sooner or later, all of Hollywood would pick up and leave because the state of California is so unfriendly to do business here. We're losing industry out of industry out of industry in the state of California. 17 top-tier corporations leave California every month. Top tier. That's jobs, that's revenue. This state in the union is in a lot of trouble. We need congressmen who understand it. We need congressmen who have worked in the small business, in the business arena. Howard Berman was a state assemblyman for 10 years, became a congressman. He's been a congressman for 30 years now. He's a little out of touch. Brad Sherman was the State Board of Equalization for 8 years in California. He's been a congressman for 16 years. He's out of touch. Does he understand what it is to fill up your trucks at $4.50 and 60 cents a gallon for fuel? He doesn't have a clue. He doesn't have a clue what health care insurance really is costing us right now because of the health care insurance they have. They do not have a clue. This next election is a simple choice. It's not up and down. It's not right and left. It's about the ruling class versus you, your individual freedoms. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out and supporting my campaign. Enjoy your meals, and thank you for coming out.